I just looked at the Washington Post site online a few minutes ago. I just read the New York Times site about what's going on in Washington tonight, and my jaw dropped. And I urge you in the next 24, 48, 72 hours to really look at the coverage of what is going on in Washington right now, how different news organizations and different media are covering this story, and also what is happening in Washington itself. You know, one of the things about being a reporter, one of the great things about what we do is that we don't know the meaning of something while we're covering it. We didn't know the meaning of Watergate necessarily while we were covering it. We knew it was important, but we didn't really know or understand the meaning of it. And even it's taken many years later for the full understanding of what Watergate was to become comprehensible, and how grievous and egregious this criminal presidency was and what it meant for the United States. But I would suggest that what we are seeing in Washington going on this week, I don't know the meaning of it, but it is a pivotal event in your lifetime and in my lifetime. And so I urge you, tonight, tomorrow, let's look at the coverage and let's look at what's happening there, and I'll talk about it a little bit tonight. Dean mentioned that I'm a college dropout, and that's another reason why I think I'm having such fun here at Stony Brook. And my experience in college makes me all the more appreciative of your achievements and attempts to learn here. But let me tell you that no decision that I made in my life as Carl Bernstein ever felt more right to me than that decision in the early 1960s to drop out of the University of Maryland after only a few semesters of very little academic accomplishment. Because that decision kept me happily, on the professional's path that I've been on for more than half a century since. I was lucky that I discovered at a very young age what I love to do. I'm still doing it, still loving it, learning from it, trying to get it right, learning a new dimension of it here with you. And when I was 16 years old in my junior year in high school, as Dean has mentioned, I went to work almost full-time for a great Washington newspaper, the Washington Star, the town's afternoon newspaper in those days. Can I ask that the lights go back on? It's really nice to see who I'm speaking with. Thank you. The Star was the afternoon paper in Washington. It no longer exists, but when I went to work there in 1960, it competed against and usually out-reported the Washington Post, where I later spent most of my newspaper career. And I really grew up and was educated in that newsroom at the Star by a wonderful group of people, all of them older than I was, who understood what the press, this calling of reporting and journalism was. And they knew how to have the time of their lives doing what they loved in a collegial environment that teemed with excitement and drama. And for those of you here who are thinking of pursuing journalism, reporting as a career, I think there is every opportunity to have that same excitement and drama and sense of accomplishment which I've had in these 53 years since I went to work.